Hello friends, it's me, Captain Crevel. And today I'm going to be revealing the secrets of the Perlington Demon Gate that harvests compositions from parallel universes using all kinds of pseudoscience and conspiracy theories. And this is the device I'm talking about. This is the Fantasy Mansion. I actually made this device as a EP release, and it came along with 5 downloadable songs, I think, if I can remember correctly, and of course 1 infinitely long generative song that is made by the actual device, made using some generative code, and of course a Perlington Demon Gate. So basically, when if you plug it in, then it starts making music on the fly. If you unplug it and plug it in again, it makes some different music, basically. And you can do that as many times as you want. You can push these buttons too. And so on. The buttons change the music if you want, and you can also compose your own music. If you want to do that, idiot. As the thing I was waving my finger over, it's a little light sensor there that sees how much light hits it, and that's how you kind of set what notes you want to play and how you want to pitch bend shit and all kinds of crazy stuff. You just love yourself some sweet Ariana Gaga Van Halen style, like that luscious. That's not what you're getting, is it? You're gonna get some proper music, idiot. Because even if you compose, the dopest Justin Bieber banger, then this little boy is going to go and harvest some flipping Bieblers from an alternate universe, is going to mash them in there, mangle it up, and just mince it to bits, innit? And make the freaking dopest song you ever heard that you probably won't like. Maybe you will. Hey Dan! Are Perlington demon grapes, are they safe? No, they're not. You pussy. Huh? If we can get your demon gates up here, turn them on. It's not safe. Anyway, point is, I've got to solder them, isn't it? It's me that has to do that. So that's what we're going to start doing today. I'm going to solder some of these up. Going to fucking cram some code in there. Stick it in. Stick them in their little packages and send them off into space on a rocket. That's what we're going to do. Can't wait. here we are. We're just gonna program a few things. So here I've got all of these that I soldered earlier, and then we've got these little chips. These are 80 tiny 85 microcontrollers. Very small, very cheap. Let's use them to program some stuff. Basically, I've made this programmer here that I'm going to use to program the chips. Using this USB ASP programmer, just need to put it in there like that and lock it into place. And there it is. Here in the computer, I've got a bunch of code. I give each different microcontroller its own birth date, which just what you'd call a random seed to help it be a little bit different. So what I'm using here is an IDE that's called Visual Studio, and it's running a plugin called Visual Micro. An IDE is just like, it's the environment, you could call it. It's the program that you use to write the code and then to upload the code to the microcontrollers or to whatever it is you're uploading code to. You could be writing code to go on the internet. I don't know. Maybe you're programming like your robot. It's not up, I don't care. Anyway, the thing that's nice about using this IDE rather than the Arduino IDE is because with this IDE, it gives me a lot of help. I can, for example, write things like digital write. Oh, it suggested digital write already. Alright, but I don't know what arguments it takes. Oh, don't worry, you just hold your mouse over it and it tells you. So Arduino doesn't do this. You just have to know what all the functions do, what arguments they take. Another nice example is, let's say we're somewhere in the program and there's a variable somewhere. Yeah, here for example, here's a variable. I don't know what that variable is there, but if I hold my mouse over it, it tells me that it's an unsigned integer. That's interesting. Now I can also peek the definition of it, and there it shows me, here is where I defined it, and this is what it was when I defined it. So it's just a lot of little features like that that just make it much easier to write code, especially when you get, rather complicated code. This is like many lines of code. But anyway, enough of that. We should be able to go vmicro burn bootloader. It should say somewhere here, burn bootloader, yeah. And we'll just keep an eye on the programmer down here when we press it and see if anything happens. And then we see the red light blinked on, and then we see here burn complete. That's the message I'm looking for, so we know that worked. Then we can upload by pressing this start button here, and we should be able to see this. Well, first it's going to compile the code, obviously. When it's finished compiling the code, that goes red, and that's because it's uploading the code to here. Could take a little while. There we go, it's done. So let's just test this. Actually, this circuit board is what you call a target board. So this is a target board that I've made, basically just to program little 80 tiny 85s, but it should also I should also be able to plug this in there. So it's not, the drums aren't routed to the right place, but at least I know it works. So we can just test that one of these that I've soldered up earlier actually works before we carry on, like this. And then just plug it in there. Basically all we have to do now is just rinse and repeat and just program all of these. There's at least 40 of these pieces of crap that I need to program, so let's do that. Nailed it. So now you know how they're made. And you obviously probably figured out by now, actually, you can buy these in the link in the description. There's you. Here they are. They'll be like... And you'll be wow. I imagine you'll be wow, probably. You don't have to buy them. It's okay. But you can if you want. I really hope you enjoyed the video, because it was really difficult to make. So it would be really cool if you press like and subscribe with the buttons down there, and just like smash the bell. That would be great. I love you.